I feel that my position on the Ponte Vedra Zoning District Adjustment Board is wasted. So I resigned.
Jane Rawlinson tells Liz Ryan why some on the board have sent in resignation letters.
Despite a recommendation of denial by the Ponte Vedra Zoning and Adjustment Board, county commissioners voted to approve a PUD that will allow for significant expansion of the Ponte Vedra Inn and Resort. But for Rawlinson, that was just the last in a series of decisions that caused her to resign.
There were 3 significant applications which had egregious violations to our zoning code. The self-storage building on A1A. Number 2, the hotel complex. It's been approved at nearly a football field in length, towers over the homes adjacent to it. And now the Ponte Vedra Inn and Club application without justification for building height definition, building height setbacks, and a parking garage location.
I spoke to Richard Enslin, who also submitted his resignation. He echoed what Rawlinson told us.
It's just the history of these county commissioners, I think, giving in to pressure from friends in the political field.
There are some who feel that Ponte Vedra should have more control over what happens there.
One thing that's been definitely talked about is we should be incorporated as our own little town and, get away from the county.
Jane Rawlinson.
It's my understanding that Ponte Vedra Beach can control its own zoning code if it were to break away from the county. Just north of us in Jacksonville Beach, 83% of the residents voted to keep their building heights at 35 feet. There was a push to put them to 55 feet. The county commissioners of St. Johns County voted to allow anywhere from 64 to 72 feet height on our beaches. It's an egregious violation of our zoning district.
Megan McKinley, chair of the Ponte Vedra Zoning Board, voted to recommend denial of the PUD and told St. Augustine's Local Morning News, quote, Commissioner Krista Joseph made a motion to approve the PUD with certain amendments, such as limiting the building height to 43 feet. None of her fellow board members asked any questions about the motion, and so the motion died. County Commissioner Henry Dean, who voted in favor of the PUD, told us, quote, I appreciate the recommendations from all our advisory boards. I make all of my decisions based on the facts and the law. I stand on my record.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
Everyone should be celebrating in this region, and I think that's something really important for all the kids to know, because in this era where they're bombarded with negative information that kids shouldn't have to deal with, there are good stories. I speak to these kids all the time, and the fear-mongering around the climate is devastating to them.
Chris Fisher of O-Search says the waters off the East Coast are in great return to abundance. He spoke to Liz Ryan.
O-Search is a nonprofit that connects fishermen with scientists to collect data and learn more about sea life. A few decades ago, he saw the white shark population dangerously dwindling. He explains why that became his focus.
So that when we're gone, we leave our kids with a functioning ocean, because it's all of our water and it's 2/3 of our air and half the people's protein every day around the world. And if we don't have the white shark balancing that system as the apex predator, conducting the orchestra, so to speak, we will not see maximum abundance. So that is why I pivoted to try to make sure everybody's grandkids could eat a fish snatch.
He says that due to awareness and research, sea life in the East Coast is experiencing a great return to abundance. And although you might not want to see a white shark as you're frolicking on the beach, you can watch their travels in real time on the O-Search website.
So we have one shark now, Crystal. She just arrived down off St. Augustine in the last couple of days and has continued to kind of slowly move southbound past Flagler Beach. We tagged her last spring off the Outer Banks in North Carolina. This is an exciting time right now because the white sharks are migrating south. We got sharks spread out all the way from Nova Scotia into the Gulf of Mexico. Soon they will all be down off the southeastern United States. So you guys are in a special spot there. And when you're seeing sharks like this swim by and live in that area, they are basically tipping their fin to the community and to the policymakers of the region that you have successfully managed back the ocean into a very abundant place, because these white sharks don't go where there's no life.
To see these sharks, learn their names, and follow them on their journey, download the app or go to the website osearch.org. That's search with a C. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
The weekend is here and there's plenty of family fun to be had in St. Johns County. This is Stacy with Fun for Augie Kids.
Tomorrow is free National Park Entrance Day in honor of Veterans Day. All National Park Service sites will be free admission to everyone. The St. Johns County Veterans Day celebration will present the Traveling Vietnam and War on Terror walls, over 40 display tables, and a patriotic performance by the St. Augustine High School Choir. Join the fun at the annual auto show. There will be door prizes, food trucks, unique vehicles, cornhole games, music, and goodie bags for the first 100 guests. Come out for the Timeline Saunter event and see historically clad reenactors presenting a timeline of the St. Augustine's colonial history. Make plans for the Fall Flower Festival. There will be music from Palomino Blonde, who sings from horseback, Wild Wanders Animal Show, face painting, ice cream, and food trucks. For more on these events and others, please visit us on our website at fun4augiekids.com. Have a great weekend.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's local morning news. I'm Rich Carroll.